Jay here for Stretford Paddock. This is Off the Bar, sponsored by Green King Sport. Joining me are three titans of the Manchester United fan base. We've got Mr. Joe Smith.
How are you?
I'm all right, man. I'm basking in the glory of a 1-0 win over Forest.
I know. That's all it takes.
That's all I want in life.
I didn't think we'd get it, so I'm happy we did.
Carol Baskin.
The other day he was here saying that we're most likely to get knocked out by
One of my favourite
Forest.
songs of the last 5 years.
What was that?
Carol Baskin.
That was a proper normal time in everyone's lives, wasn't it?
Can we say that in the first 30 seconds?
We'll beep it.
Well, yeah, we almost got to 30 seconds without Steve swearing. But anyway, Mr. Stephen Howson is here. How are you doing?
Fresh.
Been a bit quiet, you man, you lately. Been up to?
No, just keeping it low.
Yeah, keep low profile. Fair enough. We all like to do that now and again.
Fresh, looking like a young Patrick Swayze.
He's got a very good head of hair, Stephen Howson. We were talking about this on the watch along, weren't we?
Your hairline made an appearance on the watch along.
Yeah.
It's
Just
a
his
good,
hairline?
impressive hairline, isn't it?
Granddad's got a full head of napper of hair, like in 82.
Hope you stay looking young as well.
I didn't make it to 19. Not me sick.
That's very young.
I think I've got it now.
That's
me,
really
innit?
young.
Well, you're looking at me like it's my fault.
But that's so young that I think you've still
bald.
got a few years of hair left in you. I think it might come back at some point.
Do you reckon?
Because you get more than 19. Even people who go bald,
How's yours looking? How old are you? 30?
30. It's not too bad. It's
This is
goes
alright.
back a bit at the corners, but it's not. It's not doing.
You got any grey going on?
Not really. Grey goose.
Oh man, I got loads of grey. Like, do you want to get cut the barb? Just looking at the thing in front of you, going, fuck.
It's in a Manscaped video also.
What
are we talking about today, Jay?
Sorry, hang on a minute. I've not introduced Macca as well. Howson and Mckola here.
Oh yeah.
Hairline as well, to be fair.
So mine's what's one of them?
Toupee.
Touche.
Toupee.
It's
Yeah.
very good.
A syrup fig.
Would you have done that, Jay?
What?
I've seen some mad.
I can't wear a wig
transformations of
now.
these
People will
dudes.
be onto it.
No, but do you know what?
Oh, no.
Let's just do it for
Ashley
the brew
Young
one
it.
week.
Yeah, shall I?
Just do it for the brew 1 week.
Well, I want to wear a proper. I don't want a wig that looks terrible. Though. I want it to look like.
Are there any doctors from Turkey that want to do like a experiment on him? We can do it as a sponsorship deal with full-time devils, all that kind of stuff on Instagram and that. Get you a head full of hair.
What? So I get to fly
Make
over
some money
to
for the
Turkey now,
channel.
get a barnet. Everyone's a winner.
Two beds. Once.
I'll do that. If some even if you're not a doctor and you just fancy having a go, hair transplants.
Yeah.
I'm your guy.
Sticking
Yeah.
Anywhere over a
Beat
2-star
him.
all you can eat in Turkey, and he'll be over there.
Yeah, I'll be over there, man, and just start stitching bits of hair to my head. It'll be blessed. We won against Forest. Casemiro got the winner.
Yep.
Talk to me, brother. You happy or what?
Yeah, but it does feel as though everything's just a bit like at the minute, doesn't it? Because even when
At
we're
the
winning,
minute.
but for 10
Like the last
years,
11 years,
but
I've
like-
been an utter fucking shit
But
show.
this
Joe.
time last season, I didn't feel like that. This time last season, I was like high, elated. I thought
that
things
was
were
like
going in the right
3
direction.
days after we'd just won.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, we just won the Carabao
Liverpool
Cup. We'd had
claims
this
the
great
greatest
run
cup
since
ever.
the World Cup. Rashford's bagging every week. Casemiro looks world class.
What we didn't know was the wheels were literally off already.
Yeah.
We just hadn't seen it.
But we didn't. And now it feels like the wheels are sort of on in terms of form. I think we've won something like 7 of our last 9, and we've drawn one, lost one.
2024.
Like, it's not bad, and yet it feels crap. And like, we've had almost our biggest sort of amount of criticism and our worst kind of PR over the last 10 days, when really, we've, like you said, we've lost once this year, but it feels
Antony
shit.
got like 2 more points at this stage of the season than Klopp had last year.
Is that true?
It sounds true.
like-
It
They had a
sounds
bad
true.
season last year, didn't they?
Hey, I mean, also as well, whilst he's had his issues this season to now, he's just again been nominated for manager in a month. So it's not that bad.
He's not winning that though.
No, but I'm not saying I don't think he will, but to be nominated, you've got to have done something right during that month, February. I think he won, 4 and lost 1 or whatever. So it's not amazing, but it's not quite as drastic as some people are making
Name a
out.
good performance in them.
The first
Right.
half against Wolves.
That's not
great.
a full performance.
The last 30 seconds against Wolves.
Let's start adding up. So
Hey.
the first half against Wolves, there's 45 minutes.
We had 8 minutes against Luton. That's
Right,
in the back.
58 minutes.
There we go.
Okay.
We're on to
Wow,
58
you got
minutes.
to 58 minutes from the first
53.
half.
Because the stoppage time.
Stoppage time.
Still
Also,
counts.
the last 30 seconds against Wolves was very
Okay,
good.
so that's 58 minutes and 30 seconds.
Yeah,
Let's
thank
keep
you.
adding them up. What
there
game
was
did we lose?
An hour.
Fulham.
Right, we looked decent for 10 minutes in that. That's 68 and a half minutes.
Okay,
It
yeah.
was more like
4
14 with the injury time.
Okay, well, there you go then. So that's 72 and a half minutes.
72.5 minutes.
We're almost at a full 90
West
minutes.
Ham, there was a good 20-minute spell there.
Right, and that's over 90 minutes now.
Yeah.
That's 90 plus
So
stoppage.
there you go. If you add up them 5
Do
games,
you know
you
what?
get 90
I'm
minutes.
giving man of the drum.
Thank you.
Is that a full
Finally.
Definitely not. Arteta just absolutely dick slapped everybody.
16
that's played
goals.
this year.
I think 18 goals scored, 2 goals conceded this month.
Not Porto, but that's not in the league. So
Well,
it
did
doesn't
you?
really count.
Well, that's what you get when
Heritage.
you've got a manager that's been there for years and he's backed with hundreds of millions of pounds, regardless of whether he keeps finishing 5th.
Do you feel any better?
Or
Because
eighth.
you
Or eighth,
were
thank
almost
you.
certain we were going
Twice.
to lose to Forest the other day. Do you feel any better now than you did on Monday?
Yeah, because I want to win the FA Cup.
When was the last time you said 21 was coming?
about 2 weeks ago.
Good lad.
Not long ago. I remember. I think when we beat Villa.
2 weeks.
Yeah, it did feel like it.
That's why I lost my head.
Which one, the Boxing Day? Or
I fully thought, yeah,
recent
we're gonna win the league now.
Yeah, I thought, I was on holiday. The sun had hit me. Thought we was going to win the league again. Yeah.
I love that.
21 is coming. Will never die. You know that, unfortunately.
Until we do.
Yeah, because it'll never happen. We'll be sat here when we're 80 going 21 is coming.
Because it should die when we win the league.
Yeah, but that's not going to happen. Do
you think we'll see it in like our lifetime?
Oh, fucking
hell. Yeah.
Well, we got 60 years.
Jay, actually, before we go any further, I'm feeling a little bit better because we're still in the cup, but we've got City on the way and we got Liverpool next in the cup, so that kind of makes me feel,
Oopsies.
Have you got any serious crime at home?
Yeah, I'll get ready with that. Jay, you trying to play all positive here. Yeah. Tell me what you said to me in the coffee shop earlier.
I said this.
No, not that a bit.
No, right, okay.
When you robbed from out the till.
Well, you shouldn't leave it alone.
Should it be this red?
Yeah.
Jay went to me.
This could be the worst 2 weeks of our lives.
He went, hey, check this right. And I thought, this could be anything.
Talk to us then. Why could this be
He went, this could be the worst 2 weeks of your life.
Why?
Because we could go to the Etihad and get absolutely battered, right? And all right, 3 weeks then. 16 days later, whatever it is, we could get knocked out of the FA Cup at home to Liverpool. That could be genuinely 2 of the worst weeks of football I've ever had as a Manchester United fan. You're frowning at me, but that is 2 sickening results.
Around the derbies
right next to each other.
That time. That was the same what happened there. 2-3-0 defeats against Liverpool City.
Like, if we go and lose 6-0 at the Etihad, right, that's going to be devastating. And then if we get knocked out of the FA Cup in the quarter-final at Old Trafford by Liverpool, I'm going to be devastated beyond belief. That is just going to be sickening. Honestly. Because even if you compare it...
All I can say is that I don't have the recall at the moment to give you a 2 week that was worse. But I know for a fact I've lived through a worse 2 weeks in the last 11 years.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, it's perspective because you might have had...
About 95. Didn't we lose a treble
but we were still,
in about 2 weeks?
Yeah, but bro, we still won the league the year before. We still had Sir Alex Ferguson. We still had...
Yeah, but you said it was the worst 2 week.
Yeah. This could be because there's no hope.
There's no hope.
There's no hope. You're not winning anything. You're out. You're not going to get top 4. Your rivals are absolutely buzzing.
Your manager's probably going to get sacked.
Your manager's going to get sacked.
Yeah.
The Scouts are going to win a trophy. City could win another trophy. Well, whatever they're going to win. It's just horrible. At least in 95, you were...
What?
Back-to-back trebles, no, do you know?
That's what I
think
mean.
Back-to-back trebles. However, we still have that absolute golden ticket of you fucking cheated.
Yeah.
There is
Even
that.
if they cheated 10 years ago, don't matter, they cheated now.
I get that.
I mean, you can see Lance Armstrong go into the fucking shops on his bike and you'd be like, you're going to piss off.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
That's City these days.
It doesn't matter.
I mean, I get the rationale behind all that, but it will be as bad as 2 weeks, genuinely, as I can remember, if those 2 results happen.
I think our expectations are so low.
Yeah. We're doing really well for big gig,
yeah.
We're sending everyone to the pub.
I think the expectations are so low that I don't think anyone's devastated. I think it's worse when the expectations are high.
How have we got to this point though, where the
Really?
expectations are pretty much, but we look like we were moving in the right direction last season, to now where we might well have our worst ever Premier League finish. We're probably not going to win anything. We're probably
lost 10 games.
I don't think we're getting our worst ever Premier League finish.
Well, what is it currently? 7th.
Yeah,
that's the record.
Yeah,
we're 6th.
Right, which is not 7th.
No, but okay, we might equal or better it very slightly. Yeah.
The thing is, like, that could happen. We could finish 8th this season. Like, genuinely.
Don't let this detract you from the fact Chelsea are probably going to finish 12th.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but
lads, then you've got like these.
Happened, is it a case, of what's happened with Ten Hag? Is it those injuries and everything has kind of just gathered momentum negatively, and it's just built up to a point where he looks mental now? Everything he does. He's got players throwing the toys out. Like, what has happened? Like,
which
because it's a very like no, I mean, like, you've had, I'm on about alluding to the Sancho situation, which may have had a knock-on effect on players in the dressing room.
Because of how he's gone and absolutely fucking rasped it up in Dortmund. Everyone looks.
No, but I'm just saying we've had those things happen, innit? Yeah. We have had those things happen.
Yeah, well,
you got Marcus Rashford, who had his best ever season last season. He doesn't look like he can hit a barn door at the moment, and I feel for him because we created one chance for him against Forest. Like, how is any striker going to do well in that circumstance? But he doesn't help himself. Like, Bruno looks like he's always upset. that can't be good. Like your captain's just constantly moaning all the time.
Head down.
Like I saw the other day, like
They're stoic.
Garnacho did something wrong, which granted it annoyed me. But then his captain's just on him. All right, sometimes, but I feel like there's just a lot of negative energy with everything we do at the moment. There doesn't seem to be our first half. We have a shot, hits the post or something like we seen with Anthony, and everyone uses that. All right, come on, lads, positive. Let's build. It always just seems quite negative. I just don't know how we've got to this because last season it felt quite positive. Like I did find the pre-season strange, how we hardly used our best 11. And then we, like at the start of the season, we just look unfit. But then we had injuries.
The best 11 actually played the worst football on tour.
But that's what you want, innit?
No, not really.
You need to build up some sense of fitness.
I think the injuries is
Maino was a big injury because I think he had big plans for him and Casemiro.
I think we underestimated that.
But then he signed Amrabat, and he's played him mainly left back, which I get. But then you've opted at times to play McTominay over him. So why did we chase this guy for ages?
Because he was free. I don't think
that was the case because we wanted to sign him.
Yeah, we did, but he was 12 million then. I think it was because he was an absolute bargain.
Tell you what, we won't be fucking 12 million now.
Well, no, we won't. We're not getting. I don't think we're going to
3D fucking chess that we're playing.
But
fuck your FFP. We'll take him off your hands. Don't worry about it. Yeah, we know he was shit. It's all right. Watch it. Ballon d'Or next year for Amrabat.
We'll put a Ballon d'Or clause in. But I do think that we went after him because he was cheap. He was a 10 million, 12 million pound, 12 million euro player if we had the money, and we didn't even have the money for that. That's why some of the targets we've gone for. We were looking at it yesterday on the watch along. In the last since Ten Hag arrived, there's been 6 players who were either free or loans that have played substantial games for
I think recruitment
Evans,
hasn't
Eriksen,
helped at all.
Amrabat. Who else was there?
How far off player of the year is Johnny Evans?
Weghorst and Sabitzer.
He's right behind Diogo.
He's in the conversation.
You look at
when you're a shortlist for player of the year, Johnny Evans is on that list.
Yeah,
which is insane.
But that's what I'm saying.
You look at 3 positions that we've struggled in. One of them, winger, right wing.
Yeah.
Anthony. We shouldn't have bought him for 80 million. We could have got him for 30 million at the start of the window. If you do that, you're able to spend more elsewhere, right?
Yeah.
You probably have an extra centre back. We're probably able to deal with recruitment again. Why did we not get rid of Harry Maguire? Like, all right.
Or McTominay.
You know, some people say the manager, but the manager clearly wants to get rid of him. Like, why didn't that happen? There's loads of areas where you just look at the Casemiro one. He was good last season. Thought he was very good. And he obviously scored against Forest. Great stuff. But also you can tell that it was a short-term signing that was made because we lost those 2 games at the start of the season.
We didn't get
recruitment again, kind of
stacks of cash.
It's ridiculous. Like we're getting hampered by recruitment.
Amrabat didn't come in until the fucking season started, pretty much.
And after that felt like because he basically down tools at Fiorentina.
Højlund came injured.
Like wasn't training or anything. He was just
Højlund's class though.
I'm going to United.
I like Højlund.
Yeah, Højlund's he is mint. But again, he's mint. But then we're so reliant on him now because he ain't got anyone else.
But it felt like you could have told.
What's the status
De
of
Gea
Marshall
was
FC
going
at
to
the moment?
Say again.
What's the status of Marshall FC at the moment?
We're still alive and kicking.
The last meet-up not a great turnout.
Emails bounce back when you email
not a great turnout.
We're possibly going to head to Saudi Arabia in the summer.
Him and Martial.
Nah, he's like flops.
Did you go for a Dunkin' Donuts?
We're going to meet up in the summer and go Saudi Arabia or something. We're pleased to announce that this episode of Off the Bar is sponsored by Green King Sport, where football is more than a game.
And Green King Sport venues are showing every single televised United match this whole season. If they're on telly, it is on at Green King Sport Pub. And with over 900 venues across the country, you are never far from the action.
If you download the Green King Sport app, you won't just get 10% off all drinks anytime there's a match on the TV, but this month there's also thousands of pints of free Guinness to be won and the chance to win one of 6 holidays.
Download the Green King Sport app and get yourself involved today.
We've got a lot of options.
What do you make of Erik Ten Hag coming out fighting? Because we've seen it when he's called out Jamie Carragher. We've seen it when he's calling out people that have criticised Bruno Fernandes. The last 2 presses
the other day after the Fulham game. Yeah. It's actually all quite positive.
I've seen a lot of good things. Big picture.
I mean, that is.
I thought, oh my God.
Ridiculous.
Me and Joe
David
spoke about this
Moyes at the
last
press
night.
conference.
Yeah.
That Ten Hag had a 3 to 4 hour meeting with Ineos. I'm assuming Dave Brailsford, etc.
Yeah.
Right? In a 3 to 4 hour meeting, you would have assumed that they spoke over the circumstances in which you don't get fired.
Yeah.
Surely.
Yeah. What's the expectation?
Yeah, surely.
Yeah.
Surely, like, when he sat down, they went, There's only one of like 3 or 4 things they could have said. They could have said top 4 or fucking bullet. That might have been something they said. They might have said, don't worry about your job. We know it's been a shit show. You'll get at least next season to sort it out. That might be why he's coming out being so bullish.
Yeah.
You know, they're not going to confirm it, and he's not going to confirm it because that's not how that shit works.
Okay.
They might have given him parameters that he needs to hit. They might have said, keep us up and you've still got a job. They might. Like, we have no fucking clue, and it could be literally anything.
But it did feel like a thing where, you know, where you're trying to pretend everything's all right to everyone outside, like even the players. It felt desperate to me because if they go to you, you hear your job's safe, don't worry about that. Then I feel like you're in a better position to come out and go, lads, that was crap.
He's shit. They're
Like,
shit.
you know what I mean?
He's
Like-
not here next
like,
season.
I know he's not that guy, but
yeah,
in a way you can come out and
it
go,
is a
that
little
wasn't.
bit. The violin's still
It-
playing on the
It
Titanic.
felt.
That's what I was thinking.
Look, lads, everything's fine. I promise.
Yeah.
The big picture comment was a bit of a weird one. And last night I thought it was a weird one where it was like, well, got a lot of consistency. No?
If you're drawing the line from 2024, yeah.
Like, okay,
Even the
yeah,
performances haven't been great.
we've managed to rack up some wins. But why have we racked up the wins? You can't say it's because we've absolutely deserved them, because the performances just have not been there. So what do I make of him coming out and fighting? I don't know, because I don't know him enough.
I don't feel like Jamie Carragher's. Look, obviously he's an ex-Liverpool player, so a little bit will be with glee at like being able to dig the 2 feet in on Man United. But at the same time, I don't think what he said was wrong.
He was proper analysis, wasn't it? It wasn't just bluster.
You know what I mean?
He
No,
said-
for
I prefer
once.
to listen
Yeah.
to
That might be
Carragher
the
about
best United
sometimes.
analysis I've seen all year.
Yeah, he went, look, this is why I'm saying what I'm saying. So he was kind of proving his point.
And it's true. How can we concede so many shots against these weak teams? How can we have Fulham, who were like second bottom in the away form league, come to Old Trafford and win so comfortably?
Yeah.
I think it's a difficult
was
one for
easy
Ten
for
Hag,
him,
because
wasn't
if he comes out and he's just like, he gets asked these questions, he just goes, oh yeah, you know, he's right. He's going to look like a
Then
bit
part of me
foolish.
goes, just stick with him, you know. And it's not one of those things where I go, oh, well, we sacked managers before. It's not, I find that stupid, you know. We go, well, it didn't work last time when because everyone's different. But I do feel like if things are going to change off the pitch, then at least give him
Bit of
some time.
stability.
Yeah,
Well,
I'd like to see him
he's
work
obviously
under
a good
Ineos.
fucking
The
manager.
coaches as well don't go to, they don't appeal. You know, when Ten Hag was, when we needed a new manager, we got Ten Hag. He appealed to me way more then than any of these managers on the list do now.
Yeah,
no, I
well,
get
that list is fucking horrific. I'm going to be honest with you.
I saw one
Who's
with
the best on
Conte on it this
Who's the
morning.
best on the list?
Zidane, isn't it?
People will say Zidane. I think Zidane brings a lot of big name value, but he didn't do a lot in the league. And he won cups. Like, he won, okay, he retained them, which is pretty hard to do, but Real Madrid are always qualifying for the knockout stage. So what did he do? Win like 4 or 5 games? It's a big gamble to go, okay, yeah, he won a lot of Champions League games. He also had the squad capable of winning Champions League games. The bread and butter is the league, and he didn't really cut it in the league.
Was it 1 league title in
That
4
shows
years?
you how bad the list is, though, because I agree with those things. But I also, like, out of the list, he's the only one.
You
that made
always
me
want to
think,
go with someone who delivers titles, leagues, because leagues are really fucking hard to do. That's
Is
why
there anyone on the list that
the
does that?
justification for Mourinho was because Mourinho was going to deliver league titles, and he fucking couldn't, right?
No.
Shame
So-
it's not 5 years ago. You got Ancelotti all day, don't you? No, if it's 5 years.
But the names like
Why
Tuchel.
has
Or
that
11
never
years
happened?
ago.
Tuchel's another one that's been named, but again, I know he's won obviously titles at PSG, but
Oh,
and the Champions League at Chelsea, but he's also
Out of
had
those,
dramas.
like,
Gareth Southgate.
Nagelsmann would be the one for me. Well, you know, out of these managers where you go, they've failed a bit, but there still might be some Tuchel, Nagelsmann. who's the other
Tuchel's
one?
got a bit of taint on him, I think, though.
Poch if he was to leave Chelsea. You know, though, out of those managers,
Wait, what?
you know, out of the managers that failed
I do,
a
but
few
why
times,
is Poch on
because
them?
that's a possibility by the time it comes around. Graham Potter's another one.
Graham.
Out of those managers, I go Nagelsmann more than anyone
Chino.
But you mentioned Poch.
because he's probably going to be.
All right,
looking
here's
for a
an
job,
idea
and he
then.
probably will be interviewed for it about the time.
we love getting an ex-Chelsea manager. So
what-
we've done it once,
So you can get
twice.
managers who are good in the league but not good in the cup, like Conte. You can get managers who are good in the cup but not good in the league, like Zidane. Why don't we do for the first time ever 2 managers at once? So we get Conte and Zidane in. Conte
Right.
manages the league
Okay,
games.
yeah.
Zidane manages the cup games.
Yeah, I
Try
like that.
something different. We've
Like you
tried
have a
one
different-
manager.
Like you have a
It's not
different
working.
kit for the Champions League, have a different manager for the Champions League.
That's what I'm
He's
saying.
onto something there.
Yeah.
Think about
Fucking
it.
Conte
He's got a
unreal
title
in the
winner
league,
for
but he
your league
cannot win a
games,
Champions League.
and you've got a Champions League winner for
Why
your
don't we
Champions
just-
And then
League.
he's not going to get burnt out because he's resting.
Yeah.
He's watching all the fucking Champions League, and he's scouting. He's having a look,
Yeah.
and he's enjoying the football.
Instead of Champions League Varane, Champions League Zidane.
Perfect.
It works.
Yeah.
It literally works.
It does rhyme.
I think
It does rhyme.
it rhymes.
It does rhyme.
He knows them.
But
so
like you said, there's no one where you think this guy makes sense. Ten Hag was the closest to that because he'd won the league every year at Ajax and got him to a semi-final.
What,
in
on the
Champions
piss?
League.
Yeah, I think Potter, out of all the managers on that list, Potter on the piss.
Are you for real?
Mad for it. Yeah,
Why?
no. Graham,
He's beige, innit?
Graham
Like
Potter, I
Stephen
reckon,
Merchant
once
or
you get him
something.
about fucking 8 or 9 bitters deep, because he's definitely a stout drinker,
That
right?
says it all.
Right? I reckon it's party time.
Did you see
Potter,
that time where he swore and it looked like it was like a vicar swearing? Win the fucking Champions League. It's like, oh my God, shut up.
Yeah.
And he
But-
got sacked
You got
a week
Saturday
later.
there.
if you would like to go out on the piss with him,
Nothing offensive.
where does he rank in terms of like... Zidane's not going to talk to you. He's going to redbutt someone, so you know it's going off. So you don't need that. You
So
don't need that.
let's go
drama.
through this list. Potter's a no. De Zerbi.
No.
Nah, flavour of the month.
Flavour of 6 months ago. Look how he's
Exactly.
fucking done recently.
If he brings Welbeck with him, no. He,
2 words.
he's-
Nagelsmann.
for me.
Gareth, for starters, anyone called Gareth? No. But
Southgate.
Gareth
Man,
Southgate.
let's not talk about Southgate.
Why not? Because I guarantee
we don't want him.
Jude Bellingham delivers him a fucking championship in the summer, and that silly going to get an absolutely mega job
Time
somewhere.
stamp.
Not Man United. No, Man United, please no.
They're in it. They're just in it.
There's no
Is there?
standout candidate.
Let's be honest, there isn't. It's everyone's been recycled.
you either
everyone's
go-
been
Are you
invited
like
to
worried
do
about the
jobs.
Potter
You
Ineos
even-
links though?
No,
No.
because I think you've got the likes of Barada and Ashworth and
Yeah.
Wilcox.
They're
and all that
also
lot.
the
They're going
proper
to put that portfolio on the
busy,
table
aren't
and they
they?
go, "You fucking drunk."
The only
when
way
you're so proper busy, they know everyone.
The
They've
only way
got
Potter makes
connections with
sense
everyone.
is if we are literally going, the fact that he hasn't won a league, the fact that he hasn't won loads of trophies, is the reason we're going for him. Like, we want someone who can come up with a squad where if you get in a Zidane and he don't win you the league in 2 years, that's a failure. Whereas Potter don't win it for 2 years. We kind of get that because we're looking at
That sounds
the
like
picture.
reducing expectations.
But it kind of is that. A little bit, it is that. Because at the minute, we get a manager and go,
We
Jose
actually
will win the league in the
wanted
second
not
season.
to win the league.
No, but we accept that we can't.
I know.
So we
I
don't win.
understand
We
what you're
don't win a
saying.
guy like Zidane is perfect. You've got an
Don't look
amazing
at him.
squad.
Don't look at me like that either.
You've got an amazing squad, and I
look at
can
me,
take
that
that amazing
tone of
squad
voice.
and win the league with it. That's why Conte didn't work at Tottenham because the squad
it's
wasn't
clever
there.
thinking, right? We didn't want to win it. We didn't aim to win it. So when we don't win it, we've won.
No, but look at Arteta at Arsenal. Same thing.
Everyone's-
He'd done
everyone's
fuck
drunk.
all, which helped him get an 8th and an 8th finish and not get sacked. I understand. Do you understand what?
No, you
I
know what?
understand
He
what you
benefited
mean.
off
I
Arsenal
understand
fans
what
going,
you
"We
mean.
need to sit with someone."
I think the problem you've got
If
is...
Potter's good enough as a coach, obviously.
Yeah, I think the problem you've got is I don't see them having sort of no real ambition whatsoever to try and win a title. in
But
2
when you
years.
bring
I
someone
know it's
in
not
who's-
realistic, but I think in deep down, they'll be
Let's
like,
just trick them into thinking we
we
could.
can. We
No,
could
but if
do
you bring
this.
it, if you
We'll
bring
call
someone
him
in who's a serial winner and they don't win straight away, then all of a sudden
All right,
it's
what serial winners are even out there?
Zidane. That's the other. He's the guy you two would prefer out of everyone.
I never
also-
said bring him in.
also,
out
I
of the
didn't say,
list.
no, I
though.
didn't say you said bring him in. I'm saying you'd prefer him out of the options available.
Yeah,
if you
it's
bring
like
him in, he
going
doesn't win
poking in the
anything in
eye
the
or
first 2
fucking
years. He is
kicking in the
gone,
bollocks.
no matter what. He's gone, no matter what. I'm not saying we should get Potter, but I'm saying someone who,
Look how good he looks in a suit.
like Jose, is the
Does
same
look
thing.
good in a suit, doesn't he?
Imagine him on the side.
Joe, who else I would put on that list? And it would be so preferable to anybody else on that list is Cantona.
Oh yeah.
No.
I mean, no.
We could lose every game and I would never turn against him. It'd be like Gerrard got to Liverpool. You'd just be like backing him no matter what, and I'd
And
hate
can you
it.
imagine the
People would be
press
cussing, yeah, you'd be
conferences,
like-
Jay?
Yeah.
The press conferences.
I know, they'd be
like
great.
you think like Lou Van Gaal calling fucking Custis the fat man. Wait till Cantona drags him over the fucking counter.
It's kind of now 2 foots him in the middle of the presser. It would be
On
entertaining.
that note, bring him in.
Yeah, I know. Well,
I'm up for that.
that's a good point.
United.
Yeah, no, I can't. We can't have another legend tainted by the cesspit that is Manchester United.
Do you,
Go on, all right,
do you remember when we interviewed him though? And he was like, "The one goal I'd want to score is the goal with every player touching the ball." And it's like, could you imagine our team just trying to pass it every game, like through every?
Ladies, not touching it.
It gets
Get
like
on the
one
ball, you
pass.
fuck.
It broke down when we got to the low. It broke down when we got to Maguire.
So it goes all the way
Yeah.
back.
Jesus
Again.
Christ. We had 2 passes so far, lads.
Again.
Just
Hey,
about to round the
fucking
keeper and Cantona's going.
No, yeah.
Let's do it. Like
no,
your other
no,
option is
why not?
Joe. Let's not win things because people are not expecting that, or Eric just doing an absolute fucking.
I think that's
madness.
what John Murtow and that used to say in the board
Yeah.
meetings.
We don't want to win,
Everyone's
so we're winning. That's it. Like, we didn't want to win the league this
The way
season,
to win
and
is
we haven't.
pretend
And
you
we
really
are.
don't.
Yeah.
want to win.
1-0.
Thank
We
you.
didn't want to win anyway.
And the Glazers are like, right, sounds good to us. Yeah, makes sense.
Did you make Champions League? Kinda. No,
yeah,
I mean, no.
almost.
I mean,
we
no.
made Europe. It's the same thing. unfortunately, we're playing Manchester City this weekend.
Cool. Next topic.
Okay, fair enough.
yeah, move on. We've basically been speaking.
The good
about
news is, though, City are in a bit of bad form. They lost at Villa
All right,
on the
lads,
6th of December.
Let me forget City. Let's not, if we get battered, do you think he could get sacked?
Let's see.
Forget City. Let me talk about City.
Let's talk about the City game. Hey?
That's
This
the most
fucking
Adam
podcast
McKola
is
sentence
shambles.
ever.
Do you know what I mean? I'm
Do
scared
you
about
know what
that.
you mean?
I'm scared about that.
Is this the brew?
I'm scared about that.
What, if he
Do I
gets-
think he could get the bullet? Yeah. Like,
If
look,
we got
I don't think.
twatted,
Not there and then. I think the decision's made. They wait to the end of the season
Yeah,
and
yeah,
go.
yeah.
But when they look back, they go, that was the straw that broke the
I
camel's
don't
back.
necessarily think, unless it's we're keeping him no matter what, which is a bold move before they've like interviewed him and got everyone in. I think they're in the fuck knows category.
I agree.
I think let's wait and see what
Fuck
happens.
knows. That genuinely not. No, I agree. I think there's still an element of
Scary
look,
seasons.
we could. I'm not saying we
Scary
will.
hours.
End the season winning a trophy and getting into the Champions League. Now, if they've made a decision now to get rid of him and we do those things,
Not so
have
much,
you
Jay.
seen the
There's a
FA
reason I
Cup
play
draw,
the Euro
Jay?
Millions.
We'll see.
Sorry to break it to you.
do that. Hey, fucking hell.
How are we
Do
getting
they?
top 4?
What?
How are we getting top 4?
I don't know. Fucking, you
When
know.
Villa put their accounts in and get
Yeah,
it to
it's
6
FFP.
points.
That's true.
That's what I mean. Like,
That is an option,
we'll
actually, isn't
get
it?
through the courts. We'll
It's
get,
more of
that's
an
how we'll
option
do
than
it.
you think.
Hey, we're
Yeah.
like Sheffield United. We'll go down to the courts of justice and say, come on, help us out.
Got some paper here.
Yeah, can you let us in? Like, genuinely, do you see any way that we win this game?
Yeah.
City? Like, because it's all doom and gloom, but come on, it is a derby and that.
1-0.
Yeah?
Scott McTominay. It's happening.
Yeah.
Then he's going to play midfield for
We've
another 4
actually
weeks.
played
and
off the
then
back
lose
foot more in the last 6 weeks than we've ever done under Ten Hag combined,
Yeah.
which is the only way you can go to the Etihad and win.
Yeah, I agree.
However, it's still a puncher's chance at best.
I think it's going to look like the Liverpool game, but the difference is they've got Haaland that they can just cross the ball to and he'll beat our defenders in the air.
Yeah.
Liverpool didn't have that.
No.
Liverpool need to sort of...
What? Lindelof? Oh, yeah, good point.
But that's what I mean. Like we'll do the same.
Johnny
thing.
Evans?
We'll sit back. Maybe
Aye.
Johnny
We're
Evans
winning,
could,
man.
but I don't think he'll start. It's going to be Lindelof and Varane.
We're winning,
Varane's good
we're
in the
winning,
air.
we're winning.
But Haaland at some point, like he did at Old Trafford, will get a header and he'll score. If we sit back, they'll still find a way.
We're winning.
Liverpool couldn't really do that.
We're winning.
I mean, they're pretty good at breaking down a low block, and we're not necessarily.
Convince
very good
yourself.
at
Come on,
that.
Jay.
Mentality.
How are we going to win?
But then this is how we cry.
How are you going to win?
It's
You
the
just
whole
by
because
playing
of-
on the counter.
Yeah?
We better win. I got to sit next to Boovy for the fucking
Oh
game.
my God,
That's it.
Jesus wept. I'll be doing time.
Do you want my bat?
I know, yeah.
Give us that later.
That's going to be horrible for you. But there's all, like you say, a puncher's chance. And we've gone to the Etihad before.
Yeah, Jay, that's not a good chance.
I know it isn't. I know it isn't. I know
People
it
are like,
isn't.
he's got a puncher's chance. Yeah,
you say it was one in a million,
it's
so there's a chance.
It's not one in a million.
Yeah.
I think it's like 1 in 10 chance, though.
Yeah. But listen, stranger things have happened. I think we all
Name
agree.
5 strange things that have happened.
Leicester winning the league.
All right.
Forest winning
The
back-to-back
one in
European
5,000.
Cups.
Baby born with 2 heads.
Yeah.
No, but boy faster than a shark. The the Forest winning 2 cups thing. That's
European
not strange.
Cups. Well, wow.
They're the greatest English manager that's ever lived.
All right,
There you
grand,
go.
fair
See?
enough. Right,
Okay.
all right then. Leicester winning the league.
5,000
And,
at
Forest winning the European Cup.
Yeah.
There you go. There's 5 things.
That is pretty strange.
There's loads of strange things. City winning trophies was a strange thing when we were growing up. Did we ever think that had happened? Did you ever think you were having a conversation about going to play with Manchester City where they're current treble holders? Exactly. It's a strange thing that happened. But it happened.
Strange.
Yeah. So,
But you said stranger.
Strange.
Stranger things. Give us your score prediction, Steve. What do you think?
I don't fucking know.
Go on, no, you do know because you do. You do
know. You know.
Say one
You
of
do
them.
know what you,
know.
think. You
Stop
know what
lying.
you
Say
think.
You
1-0
fucking know.
United. Go on.
You don't know what's going to happen.
Go
but
on.
You know what you think.
Say what you
Do the
just-
raw.
Who won?
What?
That's, you know, you say draw. That means you get bad.
So what? Yeah.
Too scared to say it, but you
He's
think
trying to
it'll
go.
be bad.
Well, sit there coming fucking 3-0 United. You fucking stupid, Joe. You're fucking stupid, you, Joe. Do you know what he needs to do? He needs to fuck them all off and play the kids.
Yeah,
Because
that's
that's
the
a
spirit.
guaranteed
That's the
fucking
spirit.
W, innit?
Yeah. Love
2-2, Adam.
I've already said mine.
What?
1-0 Scott McTominay.
Oh,
See?
yeah. I thought you were joking.
Honesty. That's what we like on
It's
this
the best
channel.
policy.
Yeah.
What are you saying?
Hurry up! What's with the? Hurry up!
All right, I'll go with his.
1-0.
Yeah.
Oh, we're losing 3-1, I'm afraid. Sorry.
You're a knob.
Negative.
I'm not, because it's
Negative
true,
Nancy.
isn't it? It is true. I'm not lying.
What do you mean it's true?
It is true.
It's a prediction.
No, but it's
Neither true nor false. It's an
It's-
opinion.
It's true. It's true.
And sometimes predictions
I
are
hate saying
based on
it,
the
it's
fact that it's summertime, you're in Las Vegas, and you're high as fuck.
Yeah.
All right. So stop sending me clips.
What did you predict? What did you predict? I don't even know what you predicted.
Stop sending me clips, isn't it?
Right, okay.
That we were going to finish second or something like that.
Mate,
Maybe win the league.
We still could.
Did we have Arsenal 8th again this year?
Probably.
I did.
It's
Yeah.
such an easy way.
I'm going to have it next year. As
Good
well.
lad. I hope you do.
If they don't
Wanna
finish
make a
second
video
this year, then
evergreen?
They're going to be 8th next year.
Listen, I was right on the Geordies.
Yeah.
At 1 in 10 or
Yeah,
something,
I was
whatever
right
it
about
was. I said they're going to well fall off. And
Yeah.
have they? Yes.
You're right
So
about
does that make up for us not finishing what I said? Like
I said Eddie
I
Howe
actually
could
think
get
we were
sacked
going
this
to. I was wrong still, but I said we might get better and still finish lower because I thought Liverpool were going to have a better season
half
than they
right.
did last year.
You finished. We've got worse. I'm finished lower. So
Halfway.
he's half there.
Double jeopardy.
Yeah.
Surprise,
You
captains!
didn't see that coming, did you?
I want to talk briefly about Paul Pogba.
Oh,
I know he's
sad.
not in the club, but it's sad, isn't it?
Sad moment.
Like, we all had high hopes for him when he came back to the club
high
in
hopes for himself.
2016 or whenever it was, and it was like, this is going to be great, and it wasn't, and now he's been banned for 4 years for doping, which
That's,
sounds
you know, that sounds
ridiculous,
harsh,
by the
that.
way.
Yeah, it
because
does.
there's some people that have got away with stuff or got lesser bans. and all
Onana
that.
got 10 months.
Yeah, like
I know
I've
it's
seen
not the same thing,
People
but
getting like
by
months,
comparison.
and now he's getting years. I'd
That's
be interested.
seems
to-
excessive.
And he's saying it was an accident. So
Well, clearly,
how can it be 4 years? When it's an accident?
Everyone says it's an accident, though, don't they?
No, but you know what I
Tainted
mean.
Supplement.
If
The
you can
amount of
still
times.
stick to that excuse, it was an
Yeah.
accident.
That's true.
And they've
for
given you 4 years.
You'd have to think they knocked on his door and they opened it. It was just a testosterone lab. It was
Yeah.
his whole house.
Well, we said this
It's
upstairs when
not.
you read it out and said he's been banned for 4 years. I went, I've never, off the top of my head, I don't know anyone that's been banned for 4 years. I know UFC fighters that got banned for 2 years.
Yeah,
And I think it's more egregious in combat sports when you get
yeah,
done
because you might
for
kill
steroids.
someone with
Yeah,
the
with
result.
the extra juice.
Yeah.
4 years is a hell of a long amount of time. Like you said, he must have broke the fucking meter for whatever was found in his system,
Yeah.
and by the sounds of it, must have been trying to cover it up or something. Because
Yeah.
otherwise, is this one that it's 4 years? He will appeal because that's his career.
But then he
over.
did appeal, didn't he? Didn't
He's
wasn't it a
gonna-
year?
he's gonna
This is the
appeal.
appeal.
No, he's
So
going to
calling him
the
Paul Pogba.
Nice.
Sad. It's a sad moment.
Court of Arbitration of Sport.
You
whatever
reckon
it's
it's-
called.
it's
So
It's
they
there.
might get it reduced
Yeah.
to 3 or 2.
Do you
or
reckon it's
something
something like with? You know, he's had so many injuries in his time, and that he's probably just.
Don't
trying to
care.
recover from it.
But he must have been clean for a long
juiced up.
time when he was getting tested, up until recently.
But the thing is that right, as a UFC fan, they had the same amount or same scrutiny of drug testing that the Premier League and European football currently has, which is a wee test,
Right.
urine analysis,
Wee
and it was
wee.
called the steroid era. That only changed when they started doing Olympic-style testing through VADA, which takes blood and historical blood, so they can constantly check your markers and be like, oh, this one's a little bit trembolone. Well, no, so by the sounds of it, it's very easy to skate through.
Right, okay.
No, if the UFC was literally calling it the steroid era,
And you think he's been banned for 4 years.
You know
he's
what?
got
As well,
done.
one of the
And
best
no one ever gets
midfielders.
done. And so
No.
is he the
Of
only
his
footballer in
time as well, like,
Europe
so
who's
bad.
actually taking
So-
drugs?
there's not a chance
Nah,
that's
not
the
a
case.
chance.
I think that there's a lot. I think if people really fucking knew.
This feels like a don't look over here.
Yeah.
Look, we're sorting it out.
Yeah.
I promise. So don't.
The only way I can think that is if he, not only is he doing it, but he's like either supplying it
Selling
or getting his mates to come. Like we should all like, but it's like that's like the punishment for you're the sort of ringleader of
4
like
years,
a fucking
yeah.
doping.
I just
circle
bought
or something.
in bulk for myself to
But no, I
save
mean,
myself
it-
some money.
like,
That's
that's-
why I've got a fucking house full of
But
drugs.
what's mad is in the
Yeah.
night.
We've all been there, Paul. We've all said
It's in
that
the
once.
news, isn't it?
Those
Because
growing
Gary Neville
in
and
the
Roy
back.
Keane started mentioning it on the
It's not
overlap
my
the other
mum,
week.
is
And they was talking about some Italian teams that they played that they felt had like a little bit of extra zip in them and looked like they hadn't played a game.
Funny they don't
Juventus's
mention
training-
City and Liverpool.
Juventus' training ground was raided in the fucking 90s and they found over 300 medications, including EPO, which there is no fucking reason for a footballer to be taking EPO. Pretty sure Conte was taking EPO for anemia or something like that.
Right,
You're
okay.
like,
That makes sense.
very interesting. But their training ground was raided and then nothing happened. And you just think,
Yeah, I feel a bit bad for him. I don't think. I feel,
I-
It's sad. It's sad. And whether
Such a
you're a
great
massive
talent.
Pogba fan or not, there was high expectation. His talent is up there with anyone.
He
And
did
it's
hit
just-
those heights a lot of the time as well.
He wasn't
Which I think
terrible.
kinda
I'm not.
gets lost.
I
He was
know.
so-
I know. I'm not going to say
4
terrible.
league titles
I do feel like
Him, you
it
look
was
at
a
what
little
he
bit
did
of
for France.
disappointing though. His entire time at United.
His time at
Didn't quite
United, yeah,
get what I
yeah.
wanted from him.
Because there were glimpses, like you know that season when he gets Team of the Year and all that.
Yeah, yeah.
There's glimpses of it. You know the first season when we win the Cup and the Europa League.
That could have been. That could have been
It's
the
a
beginning
shame.
of summer. Yeah, it was a shame, and it's a shame that he's looking at potentially his career being over now. Just before we wrap up as well, I want to talk about some positive news. I mentioned it a little bit earlier. Ten Hag being nominated for Manager of the Month of February. Also, Rasmus Højlund, who's had a very good February. I think he's played
Doesn't
for
the winner
1-4,
of
scored
Manager of
5.
the Month usually get slapped the same weekend? Jesus.
Happened last time, didn't it?
Give it Arteta.
Yeah.
Don't give it us. We don't.
Højlund Player of the Month, are you saying?
Yeah, I mean, I think
he's in for a good shout of it.
I think people are online are going, it's got to be Saka, but Højlund's had a very good month, whichever way you look at it.
Well, also, Saka's doing all right in a good team. Højlund's doing great in a shit team.
Like, single-handedly winning us games.
Anyone can put the ball in the back of net from 2 yards out. Højlund's smacking.
That was
how
how Scott Parker won the PFA Player of the Year.
Yeah. If he's doing this well with a shit
some mad
team,
winners of that, isn't there?
The Writers one's
Still
worse.
not over David Ginola.
Oh, mate. Finished 11th, they finished. He scored,
of one goal.
5
But
goals?
he did all
whatever it
right
was.
in the cup. That no
And his
one
goal
cares
weren't
about
even
until
better
last
than
weekend.
his goal weren't even better than Giggs's. You know his goal against Barnsley? Was it against Barnsley?
Well, that says it all.
Wasn't even better than Giggs.
Honestly, that's just... Let's not give it to someone from United.
Was the last time Spurs won something like that?
Nah, they
Nah, they won the
nothing that year.
League Cup in 2008.
Did they win something that year?
Did it?
Because we won FA Cup.
did they not win the League Cup though?
They knocked
Won
us
the
out of the League
League Cup
Cup.
in
In 99, they
They were
knocked us
the
out of
only
the
other
League
team that
Cup.
won out in this country. So obviously they got player of the year.
They obviously had the best player. That's how it works. No, it's good though that he's getting a little bit of acknowledgement, whether he wins it or not.
Yeah.
I don't really care. He's banging in the goals. It's just a shame we're so reliant on him.
And it is good that he's banging in the goals, though. It's easy to overestimate that just because he's a striker. But he's turned it around massively.
Yeah.
Where I know the Champions League stuff carried him through, but he just didn't score for ages, did he? And
No.
then to score in 5 games in a row.
It was a little bit fallen about it, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a little bit
Fallen.
fallen-ish. What was his, like 22 or something until he scored?
It felt like
Something
about,
like that.
Do you remember when Keno stopped him taking... I know he broke his duck with a penalty. Do you remember when Keno stopped him taking that penalty? He's not scored for 20 games, and he goes... We're 2-0 up in the Champions League. We get a penalty. Rude's there, but he goes, falling, you can have it. Get off, goes, puts the ball down, goes out to take it, and Roy Keane goes, what the fuck are you doing? Takes the ball off him and gives it to Rude.
I love that.
I was like, oh my God.
Roy Keane, fucking standards. Do you know what you're talking about? Are your captains fucking complaining all the time?
Yeah.
You try and think, what would Roy Keane have done? He'd have threatened physical violence with them. But like...
But Bruno's
There's a way of him doing it, isn't there? I don't know why it feels better.
Whiny.
It is the whiny angle of it. Roy Keane would have been like, "Oh, fucking get a grip," whereas he's like, "Oh, get a grip."
I know, there is that. And also, with Roy Keane, his levels, even when he's like, oh, sometimes I'll be having a bad game, his bad game was still a 7 out of 10.
And sometimes it's because Bruno fucked up.
Yeah.
Where he
Like,
does-
Bruno can have moments where you're like, what are you doing? Why have you given the ball away there? Why have you tried to
And
do
now
that?
while you're rolling around,
Yeah.
screaming at
Why have
us.
you give the
Luton
Luton keeper the ball in the last minute when we're defending a 1-goal lead? That was insane. Little things like that, I think, go against him.
Yeah, definitely.
But I still love Bruno.
And again, he's the captain of a team that's not doing very well.
No.
Which, and not to say that Roy Keane wouldn't have done well in this team, because he would have. But it's easy to criticise a captain who's not winning.
It's like
than it
when
is one
people
who's
go.
winning.
It's like when people talk about Rashford and go, "Oh, he never have played for United." You think actually he would have, and he would have been surrounded by so many great players.
Yeah, there's been
The
a lot of
stress
players
wouldn't have been
worse
on.
than
Matching
Rashford and
him
Bruno
off
who
the
have got a
shoulder
lot
and
of caps for United.
Goals or Beckham are fucking whizzing it in for him.
Yeah.
He scores a fucking goals.
Do you
Yeah,
think
definitely.
Bruno...
Ruud van Nistelrooy won't score in this fucking
Flag
team
that.
at the moment.
Just going backwards. Sorry to go backwards. a little bit. Do you think
Just letting him know you just
think-
got receiver.
Bruno was better when he had Pogba alongside him? Was that when he was putting up them silly numbers?
Yeah.
Because his numbers haven't been the same since.
Man United.
Yeah. But also the other
Better
difference
with
is,
Paul Pogba.
who was it? Greenwood, Martial, and Rashford got like 60 goals between them.
Yeah.
We ain't had a front three do that.
No, that's
Well,
true.
that's once in 10 years we had a front
Yeah.
three
That's
do
me,
that.
Tony Marshall,
So that
me.
doesn't help, does it?
You know, Man United's best.
Give
time in the
up!
last 10 years.
He's never going to do it. He's never going to give up.
consistently been with Anthony Martial in the team. Let me
That's
just
not true.
Think of all the best performances we've had in the last 10 years. Martial's been in the team for 90%
Leverkusen
of them.
away. 2000.
90% of
PSG
them.
away.
I just said 90% of them, so they're the 10%.
We haven't had 10. But we haven't had 10.
Just think about it. I seen it, man.
I've seen it. Right, that feels like a good place to end there. Big thank you to Green King Sport for sponsoring this podcast. Go and check out everyone's other channels
Podcast,
as well. Nice. Go and check out all the other channels, but make sure as well you are subscribing to Stretford Paddock. That's been Stephen Howson. That's been Adam McKola. That's been Joe Smith. I'm Jay
that's
Martin.
been Jay.
This
That's
has
been
been
Jay
Off the
Martin.
Bar. Thanks for watching. Get off, it's abuse.